So every now and then, you get a chance to chop it up with somebody you haven't talked to in years, who are you going to see in a couple of weeks down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, over at the Hard Rock Casino. She's the one, the only, the myth, the legend, Tracy. How you doing, Tracy?
Good, good. Thanks for having me.
So you've been a busy beaver. You've literally grown a business from what I saw in the beginning to something pretty big. Talk a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, we are launching our first event in the United States for Blockchain Futurist Conference. It's happening this November 5th and 6th, and we're excited to be down there in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Over the Hard Rock,
The Hard Rock. Yeah, it's going
which
to
is
be
amazing
epic.
because they're building one here in Vegas.
I
And what
know.
they're building with that guitar is a month. I'm telling you, it's insanely large.
I hear it's beautiful. It's like where the Mirage is, I guess. That's where it was.
Yeah, it used to be the Mirage.
Yeah, exactly. We're futurists here. We're always ahead of it. So we're bringing everyone down to the big guitar in Florida first.
I love that place. I've been down to the Hard Rock there a ton of times. Great spa, great location. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I find the best events are the ones on resorts. I've done a few. I did one in Bahamas and Barbados, and like the networking never stops, right? Like at the casino, at the crabs table, by the pool.
The
So
one in
it's gonna be
Bahamas
fun.
was fun. I think I was down there with you when we did that in 2018 with Trevor,
Yeah, I
the
run that one.
Polymath.
That was unreal.
That was pretty crazy. I
That
will say
was
one thing. I did a podcast with Six Chairs with Israel Adonijah from the NFL and one other guy from the NFL. Never do a podcast in the Bahamas outdoors. I sweat like a stuck pig. It was unbelievable.
it was unreal. It was like one of the first event. It was the first security token conference in the world, and
Yep.
it was one of the first events that like Wall Street was coming together with crypto,
Yep.
and it
Well,
was ICO
I don't
days
know.
too.
I don't know if you remember, but there were 18 marshals, federal marshals that came there. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember that.
There was lots of people. There was people from DARPA there. There was government people. It was insane.
Well, yeah, the
And
marshals actually went and tapped a few people on the shoulder and took them home.
really, I don't know what that. I never heard
Yeah, it was
that.
right at the end of the conference. It was funny.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, that's the first time hearing that. But
Yeah, no, that was crazy. When I saw those guys,
yeah,
they were wearing the jackets. I was like, "What the fuck?"
really, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was ICO days with silly monies, but it was a hell of an event, that's for sure.
No, it was great. It was phenomenal. And I remember we had like that. We were on that big property. God, what was the name of it? I want to say
Bahamar.
Bahamar, and we were in the Hyatt part, and that was
Yes.
actually the nice part.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had like I had my podcast interview on the grass. It's like 120 degrees, humid as fuck. I'm sitting there drenched in sweat. It was unbelievable. And we did the podcast for like an hour and a half too. Like those guys just wouldn't shut up. Kept thinking to myself, can somebody just get me more water?
Yeah, it was wild, wild days.
The facility
Super
was
nice. They really welcomed us there. It's interesting, all the jurisdictions in the Caribbean, how welcoming they are of our industry.
well, the Bahamas was pretty cool right up until FTX.
Yeah, exactly. Now they don't want us.
Exactly. They're like,
No.
take your shit away from here.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say Baja Mars, great facility. Kind of
Yeah.
like I gotta say this. I'm really looking forward to being at in Fort Lauderdale at the Hard Rock Casino and Resort. I actually love that property.
Yeah, no, it's going to be unreal. It's cool. We found the perfect location within it. So we're at the Dare Day Club nightclub. So it's like an indoor outdoor. We do more of a festival style. We really focus a lot on the networking aspect. We know that's why people come to conferences is to meet and connect. And we really try and bring like investors and deal flow together. So I'm excited for not just the conference itself, but just like the night events. I can't wait for that. I think the property's gonna be buzzing on the 5th. It's just gonna be wild.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
everywhere you look, it's gonna be crypto people. It's gonna be fantastic.
Well, I haven't said this yet. I haven't announced this yet, but I am going to dance at this event. It will be the first event that I actually cut the rug a little bit.
Perfect. We got to make a podcast out of it.
I
I
mean,
love
I understand I have to do this to get my numbers up on Tickety Talk, but yeah,
it. There you
I
go.
will be dancing at this event.
All it does is take one video go viral. This might be it. I'll help you.
Me dancing might exactly be that video to go viral.
No, it should
So,
be
so talk a little bit about some of the speakers you got.
good. Yeah, we got a really wide range of speakers. So on the crypto side, we have representatives like Chief Business Strategy of Coinbase. We have a lot of new projects that are coming into the space. We have an AI stage. So we have like Ben Gortzo for AI. We have the founder of Eliza OS, which is an operating system in AI, which is pretty big. But then we've got a lot of these really mainstream people, and I think that's what Miami and Florida brings to you. So we have Izzy Azalea. So she's a really big, famous musician. We have Tristan Thompson coming, NBA champion, and he's doing an AI project in Web3.
Khloe Kardashian's baby papa.
Oh yes, I can't believe, it's the closest we're gonna get to our Kardashian, which I'm obsessed with. And then what we've just announced today is we actually have Eric Trump speaking at the conference as well.
Whoa.
Eric Trump coming. Yeah, so that's the biggest latest news.
Eric's been pretty busy with the World Liberty Project.
Totally, yeah. He's coming for American BTC, and everything he does
Aren't they a
there. So
mining operation that just went public?
yes, exactly. So he's going to kind of talk about all that. It's they kind of work with Hut 8, or there's some partnership or got acquired kind of work there, and they've been a previous big partner of ours throughout the year, so we're really fortunate to have them and the CEO of Erica BTC, and the whole group kind of come down. So we got some big speakers. Neon, he's a really big streamer. He's coming.
Oh
So we
my
got
God.
like people mainstream here. We got AI, and then we got the crypto audience. We have over 250 speakers, so it's going to be packed stages, and it's going to be a fun time.
Now, rumor has it you're going to let me talk a little bit about AI or die.
So excited. Yeah, tell me about that.
Well, about a year and a half ago, I got involved in AI, and my team and I built the largest AI agent platform that gets people booked on podcasts. We're doing about 5,000 podcast introductions a day for our clients. As you can imagine, a lot of people are doing podcasts these days. It is the best long format ad unit where you can tell people about yourself. So once I got involved in that, we started building other AI projects. I literally hosted an event yesterday here in Vegas at the Lila. Unbelievable event, phenomenal event. Just did some interviews this morning. I'll have those chopped up and ready for distribution in the next 48 hours. In fact, I interviewed Pavin, who's going to be speaking from Angel AI.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's going to be awesome. We have AI futurists, so it's going to be a whole stage, a whole day on AI, and we're excited for you to come speak and show off your projects there.
So the 6th, I'm throwing a private breakfast in the morning. Everyone's got
Awesome.
to eat breakfast. I've learned after 300 crypto dinner club events that literally when you give people food, they put the phone away. They literally eat and they connect and they have conversations and they have dialogue. And I've come to the reality that you have to literally give people a smaller audience of people to connect with that are higher value. But when you put food in front of people, you create bonding relationships, you create real relationships, real connections.
I love that. I absolutely love it. And hey, I love food, so speaking my
I'll be
language
honest with
for
you, who
events.
doesn't? Let's
That's
be honest.
awesome.
Who doesn't love a good breakfast? Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
what's
No,
your
we're excited
favorite?
for that is our AI day, so it's a perfect way to kick it off for a lot of people there.
What is your favorite breakfast item?
My favorite breakfast item?
Yeah, like if you see a
Ooh,
buffet and they got all the breakfast items, what's the favorite thing that you're like, fuck yes, let's do this shit?
French toast.
Okay, I got to tell you, it's got to be good French toast for me to lean that way.
It has to be the right one for anything. It has to be good pancakes, good eggs, good anything. It's got to be the
So, have
best.
you've been to Vegas in a while, right?
Yeah, I go to Vegas. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Henry's at the Cosmo?
No, I don't think so.
Whenever you get a chance, go to Henry's, but you don't have to go to Henry's to figure this out. That chef there, they make their own brioche bread. You know what brioche bread is, right?
Yes.
Literally the greatest fucking bread known to mankind. But he makes it oversized. He gets like the oversized bread tins. It's like, I'm not
Yes.
kidding, it's like the size of my head. I literally the normal order comes with two pieces of his French toast. I always say, listen, just give me one, motherfucker. That's it. It is the best French toast you'll ever get. If you can go to the store like Whole Foods or something and grab some brioche bread and make French toast at your house with it, I'm literally not kidding you. And it's got to be the brioche where you can cut your own
A
thickness
big
and
one.
make it
Yeah.
really thick and add some vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon to your mix. And I'm not kidding you. That's exactly what they serve here in Vegas over at Henry's. I'm not kidding you. That's the best French toast you will ever put in your mouth. Like before you go to your grave, you just have to say, listen, I know I'm supposed to die tomorrow, God. Let me just book a flight to Vegas. I need one helping of that brioche French
I
toast.
love it. Next time in Vegas, I'll for sure do it.
I'm telling
Absolutely.
you. And by the way, today I had a chance to go to my buddy's place over at the Wynn. It's called the Terrace Point Cafe. He has the greatest pancakes you'll ever have. It's a cross between a croissant and a cake. Imagine
I've
a
seen them.
flaky pancake that tastes like delicious cake, but is flaky like a croissant. Like the pancake actually peels off in layers.
That's hilarious. I have
Oh,
seen those. Those are delicious. You know what? A croissant French toast is also fantastic. If you've ever had it, but
oh my. Now I got
yeah.
to tell you something. Making the whole croissant French toast, that requires some serious skill. Because I don't know how the fuck people do it, but that's a very hard thing to do. But if you go to with the brioche, that's very doable.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it requires like you got to be a ninja. You got to be like a ninja in the in the kitchen to make croissant French toast.
That's hilarious. You know what? I will definitely try and come to your breakfast now. I hope you have them being served.
Listen, if somehow, some way I can bring some of the pancakes from the Terrace Point Cafe at the Wynn, I'm not kidding you. You would literally cry. Like you would be like, okay, I'm okay now. I can go to my grave knowing I've tried the best pancake. By the way, that video I sent you today with Pavan, he was literally sitting down with a pancake over his shoulder. Like he was literally right by a pancake that we had there.
That's so funny. That's
So,
so
talk a little bit about what you're doing for women, because one of the things that I've seen you do throughout the years is literally elevate women that are in the pod or that are in the Bitcoin or blockchain space. And you've given so many a chance to literally tell their story. What are you doing this year for women? And talk a little bit about your vision for that. What's your passion and your purpose for that?
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that. It's really important to me for sure, and definitely to my team, who's mostly female driven in Web3. We do run ETH Women. So I started one of the Ethereum earliest Ethereum hackathons in the world, and we spun it off to ETH Women now. And that will be going on for the first day all day. So we have maybe like 60 female speakers talking on different various topics. And then because of that, we have about 6 or 7 big groups in. So we have Crypto Chicks, Femtech, Association for Women in Cryptocurrency, Women in Blockchain Canada, Creator Fest. So we're trying to bring all the kind of women groups together to put on a really cool event. What we do really well is put on events. That's what we're great at. What a lot of these organizations are
You
really
are.
good are
And by the
content
way, that
creation.
shit ain't easy. Putting on a great event is not easy.
No, it is not for the faint of hearts. Honestly, I respect any planner. It's why I love working with you, Chris, because I just know how hard any event is, no matter what size of it is. But that'll be going on for each woman. But overall, trying to make sure our panels are balanced, trying to make sure women have opportunity for free tickets on site, just getting them more involved overall at the event is really important to us and to my team.
How do you guys deal with being acquired? You recently got acquired. How it's got to be a different dynamic now because your own organization. You started as a startup, then you became a established company, and now you're acquired. It's got to have a little different dynamic for mostly you, but mostly also your team.
Absolutely. Being acquired it's one of those pivotal moments you have as a founder to think that you've been able to build something that somebody actually wants to purchase from you. One of the key points is I always say is if you are offering a service, try as hard as you can to turn it into a product. And I got that advice very early on in my days to say, how do you turn what you do into a product so that you can scale it out? And that's exactly what we're doing here in Florida. So we run Canada's largest crypto conference called Blockchain Futurist, and they purchased us to expand to America. And so that's what we're doing now. But it's the dynamics interesting, right? Like we are very innovative. We have tons of, widgets and APIs everywhere and things that sync to our Slack. And we're very, very lean team and very tech savvy. And then we got purchased by one of the largest B2B event producers in America who are very corporate. One of the first things they said to me was, "Welcome to corporate America." And it really hit me when I got there. I said, "Wow, this is corporate America and the way that their systems are and they're slower moving, more archaic, but you can take a little bit bigger risks because you have a stronger foundation, things that I couldn't do as a lean startup." Events at one point become too risky to do. There's just too much liability, too many people, too much money on the line. So we got to a point that we knew I can only take it so far. So I got that advice early on too. What got you here won't get you there. And you kind of have to know that as an early day founder is what got me here was great. And now we need, some advice and some expertise to get us to the next level. Entering America is not an easy task, so we needed to some powerhouse to be behind us. But yeah, it's been an interesting ride being at Emerald, and we're grateful. We hope Hope they like us as much as we like them.
Did they acquire you before or after the tariffs? Did they avoid paying tariffs
Before,
on you?
definitely before, yeah. And it's interesting. They acquired the conference itself, so it was an asset purchase. So they say they purchased the conference itself, and then some of the side conferences around it, ETH Toronto, ETH Woman, and Canada Crypto Week. But Untraceable is still, a company in itself. Still,
That's awesome.
that's still with me. You can't take Tracy out of Untraceable.
I'll be honest with you, it sounds like that's a great name when your name's Tracy and your company's called Untraceable and you're in the crypto space.
Yeah.
That's like a great name if you think
Well, you
about
know
it.
what? I used to, my company used to be called Traceable, and I was in crypto, and I did that for years. So I ran a lot of festivals and massive events in non-Web3. And then I fell down the rabbit hole like all of us, and it kind of came to me one day and I said, I have a new brand, Untraceable. And the rest is history.
What are the three things that you've learned most from being in the crypto and mostly the Bitcoin space?
Oh, the three things I learned most. Wow.
Trust, verify, don't trust. No, just kidding.
Yeah, you know what? One, I would say the biggest one that probably hits home the most is don't worry about the past. Everyone always thinks about, I should have bought this at this price. I should have sold it at this price. I should have listened to my friend. I should have done this. And it can like really rack your brain. It can kind of get you really anxiety and frustrated. But if you keep thinking about the past, you're not going to worry about the future. And I would just say there's like so many opportunities out there, so many things to do. And to stay focused and kind of just look at the future. Don't worry too much about the past because I think everyone can resonate with that, right? No matter who you are and how well you did or how horrible you did, you could have done something different. So one is focus on the future, or because if you focus on the past, you can't focus on the future. That'd be one. Another one in Web3 is like anybody can get involved in Web3, no matter who you are. So I had pink hair. I was one of the only women in the room, and I found a way to get involved. So figure out, what you're really good at, how you can contribute to the industry, and you can go very far in it. So that would be another big one. And what was the third question you had?
Well, just three things that you've learned from being in the space.
The other one is like, so I was very early on with Ethereum. I got really lucky. I started in crypto in Toronto, 2013. And so I work with the founders of Ethereum. I actually work
Bill
with the
Lubin
project
and
early days. Yeah, I work with Vitalik pre-Ethereum on a project called CryptoKit and Anthony Diorio. We launched that. And
Anthony
Steve
Diorio.
Dappler,
How's Anthony?
founder.
I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, well, I see him all the time, but I'm in Toronto, so it's a bit different. But he we do that. Sorry, so I work with them very early on, and what I always try and tell people is they were a mess. They were like a hot mess, Ethereum early days. I was in the room when they were on Skype calls and they were arguing and it was frustrating. It was just very normal startup tensions and startup struggles. And so I try and tell anybody who's having a hard time in their startup, or there's like disagreements, or you feel like you're unorganized, that like even billion-dollar companies had these problems in the startup phase. So kind of just work through it, and if you have a passion for it and you see the potential to stick with it, because even like the biggest projects like Ethereum had the same startup issues that you've seen today.
I haven't seen Vitalik at a conference in a long time.
Yeah, well, part of it's probably like a security thing. He's out in Asia a lot. I do see, stuff on Twitter of him out there.
Yeah,
He went to one over the weekend. Yeah.
he's at that venture fund in China, I think that he's doing.
Yeah, he does a lot with what's it called? Future states and things like that. Yeah.
Shout out to B.
He just spoke at one the other day, but yeah.
Is that kid breaking over like 85 pounds total weight yet?
Yeah, he's tall. He's taller than you think.
Is he?
Yeah.
I still think he's barely under 85 pounds. Every time I see that kid,
No, there's no
I
way.
remember shaking his hand one time and I thought to myself, don't break his hand, don't break his hand, don't
No,
break his hand.
he's not a kid anymore. Not even close. He's,
I know, how old is he now?
I don't know, but like, I've been in the industry for 13 years. That's kind of when he was still writing for Bitcoin Magazine at the time. It was pre-Ethereum, so, we've changed a lot in 13 years.
What are some of the things that you're excited about over the next 3 years?
In crypto, well,
Yeah.
AI. Every time I talk to you, Chris, I feel like I'm like still behind. I'm like freaking out here. Don't know how to.
You like my little AI videos for my dogs?
Yeah, I'm like, what? Well, the dog stuff I've seen. It's yeah, it's wild. I don't know. AI is the biggest thing. What's exciting I find about AI though is the what it's going to do to the events industry. I think it's radically going to change events industry, and I don't think people have realized that yet because even now my TikTok and my Instagram and stuff, I don't know what's real or not real. Like eventually it's all gonna just seem so fake, and I just think it's
Yeah.
gonna be stale. Like you don't get excited anymore.
Well, I
Like
just
I don't
shared a
get,
video with a friend of mine. The first thing he sends me back is like, that's AI.
yeah,
And it's so
exactly.
weird because you can't even tell anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And it's gonna get even better, and then you're gonna be kind of numb. It's not gonna be funny seeing someone fall down anymore. It's not gonna be funny seeing a bird, I don't know, pick up like a raccoon, like all these things are going to be AI. So I think everyone's budget that's in content creation now is going to kind of get eliminated and ads and things like that. And I think it's all going to go to in-person experiences. And I think it's just going to explode at this point because people are going to want to have these in-person, are you real kind of experiences to connect to brands. And so there's a big event have you been to IMAX in Florida?
No.
Oh man, you gotta go. There's a conference called IMAX. Any kind of event for event planners are the best events. Like if you have a chance to go to an event for an event planner, they're always like super, super well organized. But basically, it's in Vegas, and every booth is either like a city or a country
And
that
what's it
try
called?
IMEX, IMEX. It's meetings and events and expos. That's what it is. Incentive
Okay.
trips, meetings and expense. It's the largest one in the world. And so every booth is either a city or a country trying to get event planners to come there to put on their show, to put on their meetings and events. So it's a huge travel kind of expo. But they had record high attendance this year. And so and we've been through COVID, we've been through like all these like horrible things that have happened in the last 5, 6 years in our industry. But I think that, that really shows that the events industry is back and stronger than ever. Travel's getting easier than ever and things like that too. So I think,
Well, I got news for you. I don't think too many people are traveling to Vegas lately. Our travel is way down.
yeah, yeah, but that's a Vegas issue. Everyone's going like,
Well, I think if you charge people $34 for a cupcake and a cup of coffee, eventually you're basically fucking yourself.
totally, exactly. It was like I spent like $80 on pizza last time I was there.
Holy fuck. Where'd you buy the pizza? I will say, there's some pizza places in Vegas now that are fucking off the hook. Like we got this new one called Prince Street Pizza. Unbelievable.
That's so
And
funny. No,
there's a couple other ones that are just amazing.
I was at the bottom of my casino, whatever the hotel, but yeah, Vegas, I find Vegas like it was the bachelor party thing. It was, and I think online gambling, right? They say that's the big reason too, is people are gambling online now and not in
Well, the
person. And
crazy thing is Kashi. Remember Kashi?
no.
It's basically the online gambling site that basically was used to see people could bet on the election last year. And
Oh, cool.
now they can bet on football and everything else there.
Yeah,
Same
like
thing
a
with
poly market.
Polymarket. Remember
Yeah.
Polymarket?
I know Polymarket well. Yeah, I know even the guys. Yeah.
$9 billion valuation recently.
I know. I think they went, did they go public or something like that? I can't remember if I saw
No, but
that.
they took money from the NYSE and the NASDAQ guys.
Yes, something like that. They had their sign somewhere
I
near.
think somehow they're going to integrate and create a
Oh, it's
marketplace for,
unbelievable.
within the Wall Street area.
Yeah, it's like it's if they were just a little bit easier to use, I think it'd even explode even more.
I'm sure
But
it'll get easier to use.
yeah, exactly. Like it's just the potential so obvious there because they do so well with it being the way it is.
All right, let me talk to you about something.
Yeah.
A lot of people let fear hold them back from doing their dreams, doing whatever they want in life. The people let fear, they talk themselves out of things. I literally watch people talk themselves out of a sale. Oh, I can't sell that to that guy. It's way too much money. Well, you just told yourself you're not going to sell it to him. You've overcome a lot of fear in your life. You've overcome the fear of doing a startup, the fear of growing a business, the fear of building a team. Look in the camera for a quick second and tell one person today how to overcome fear so that they can live their best life.
Oh my goodness. Let me think about this. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words that you kind of spoke. I think, to overcome fear, at the end of the day, you have one
You got
life.
to close your eyes. No, just
We're gonna close
kidding.
my eyes. All right. Ready?
Overcoming fear requires not looking forward. No, just kidding.
Yeah, no. Overcoming fear is part of it is not thinking too hard, to be honest. Some people just get too racked in their brain, think too hard. The other one is not taking things too seriously. Like we have got one life. We're all gonna die. I know it sounds crazy.
Shocking news.
So just go ahead and do it. And you got to do it today because tomorrow, you don't know what's happening tomorrow. You really don't. So I remember when I put my first deposit down for Futures Conference. It was a big amount of money. It was my personal
You're like,
money.
oh my God, I'm letting go of my money.
It was huge. If I told anybody, I was very young at the time. I always say do things as young as you can do it because you're dumb. I did some of the wildest decisions when I was young, and I don't think I would make those decisions now. Now that I'm a parent, now that I have a bigger mortgage, now that I have all these different things. So the crazier risks you can do, the younger you can do it, the best you can do it. The other one they always say it's like seven. It takes 7 times to be successful. You get to fail 7 times to be successful. So I said just fail, 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 fail as fast as you can and get back up. And I just kept running businesses and running events. I said, let me mess up this one, and every time I failed, I said, amazing, one more down. We're getting closer to the real one. So fail quick, fail hard, but get back up right away, and don't overthink it. And at the end of the day, what is there to lose? At the end of the day, like you got one life, and that's it. So I feel pretty fulfilled of what we've done so far, but I know there's a lot ahead too.
Well, I think the thing that I hear over and over again, and that I know about you personally, is you just never fucking quit.
I don't. And you know what? How many times I've wanted to quit crypto, the people in crypto that have been around longer than me and you, like we've seen the ups and downs, the ups and downs. It's exhausting. So now it's easier.
You gotta be a little crazy to have lasted
You
this long
gotta
in
be
crypto.
crazy.
Like
Yeah,
just a little. You don't have to be totally batshit crazy, but just a little bit.
totally. Well, now we're numb to it, right? Now we're like, whatever. We've seen
Well,
it
the funny
before.
thing is, I tell people all the time, I'm like, just buy Bitcoin, close your eyes, pretend that
Yeah,
money's already gone. You're never going to touch it again. And whatever happens, just be numb to it and then just keep doing that every day. And then
yeah.
what I used to tell people that I'd have my idiot friends, shout out to my friend John Andrade, call me up. Oh, it's down
I-
$60,000. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. How much did you put in there? All
Yeah,
of it. What?
I know.
And then when it came back, they're like, well, yeah, you got lucky. You got so lucky. If Trump wasn't in office, it'd be at zero.
Yeah, I know.
You
That's
know,
why I don't give advice anymore. I can't handle it. Anyone that I know specifically, the best thing about events, I say, you want to learn, come to the event. If you can't show up to the event, then I don't need to talk to you.
hey, by the way, you know who I met at my event yesterday?
Who?
Laurel, the guy from Bitcoin conference.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm bringing him down to the breakfast. I think there's some good collaboration now that you're in the
Nice.
States you guys can do together.
Nice.
He
Nice.
had Trumpy at his event in Nashville. He
Yeah.
lives in Nashville. I think you're going to like him.
Yeah. Is he from the magazine?
Huh?
Is he like from Bitcoin magazine?
Yeah, Bitcoin conference, Bitcoin magazine.
Okay.
They
Nice.
own all of it.
Yeah, yeah. I know them really, really well. David Bailey, I know really well. So I know from back in the day. But basically in 2020, their first really big one, during COVID, I spoke on stage with Floyd Mayweather. I was like the
Oh, I
moderator.
remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, which was nuts. So
Which was
basically, they
crazy
would only
because
allow
Floyd wasn't
people.
exactly pro Bitcoin. He was pro shitcoin then.
Well, the thing is, you're only allowed to talk about Bitcoin, and so all these other moderators they rejected, and they finally said, "Okay, Tracy, you go on stage because we know you're just going to talk about Bitcoin." And he went there trying to circle around all these other things, and I'm trying to just focus on the Bitcoin. So they were happy with my how I approached it, but that
Yeah,
was
the
wild.
Bitcoin conference here this year in May in Vegas was amazing.
Yeah, I
Like
hear
it
it's
was,
just
they had
unreal.
so many great speakers. JD
Yeah,
Vance, the entire administration came in and supported it.
yeah.
Gemini had two big orange Tesla trucks. They're crushing it. The Winklevi are the Winklevis coming?
No, no, not yet. Who knows?
I mean, you want me to reach out to them? I can say, hey, boys, come on, just one of you needs to come.
That's good. Yeah, no, it's okay. Now that Eric Trump's coming, I think I taps. I think this is it.
I think, listen, Eric gets Bitcoin. I mean, he gets it. He also gets Ethereum. He's a big fan of Ethereum too.
Good, good. Yeah, that's how it's good to know. No, it's I'm excited to have him. It's unbelievable that they're showing up
You
to
know,
these
he's got a
events.
new book that he just wrote.
Yeah,
I want to say it talks about being the bank.
cool.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of his book. We should get a bunch of his books to give away at the event. I think
Yeah,
that would give him
absolutely.
some good exposure.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. No, it's exciting. People got really excited about it online, so it's amazing to see that the government's so involved. I
Well,
wish our
listen,
Canadian government was as involved.
I think the next 3 years we're going to see America embrace Bitcoin and crypto like nothing ever before.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I feel like you guys have fallen so behind because there's just been no clarity. So now you're just trying to race to be the
Well, the
champion.
good news is we now got clarity because Trumpy
For sure.
loves Bitcoin. He is gobbling up, he's like literally piling up all the Bitcoin he can.
Amazing.
In fact, I think Barron Trump, I want to say somebody said recently, He's got over 300 or 400 million dollars in Bitcoin for a young kid.
Wow,
And
wow.
he's like
I would love
following
to get
right in his
there.
father's footsteps. He's becoming a big entrepreneur, but mostly in crypto.
Wow, makes sense. He's smart. He's
Were
also a
you at any of the
podcaster.
inauguration balls, like the one that Brock held?
I wasn't able to go. I had something personal, but I should have been there. Did you go?
Yeah, I had a chance to go, and I got to tell you, the vibe in Washington and the vibe in this administration has been so focused on the future of money and Bitcoin and crypto being a part of that. And I think right now, for the first time, I call Bitcoin the people's money. I think for the first time ever, mankind has a chance to eradicate the Federal Reserve and create a better form of money for the people. The Federal Reserve has never been good for the people. People
Yeah.
talk about, high grocery bills and prices. That's because they're debasing the US dollar. And Bitcoin is inherently important because you can't debase Bitcoin. You can't
Yeah.
print more of it.
Yeah. It's gonna be wild, man. And now you add AI on it, and I don't know what the future holds for society. So I'm hoping it's all positive and everything.
Well, I got a little surprise for you.
Sure.
Over the next 6 days, I've got an AI platform that's going to get you booked on no less than 5 podcast interviews. So I know you're going to be doing a little bit more of this every now and then.
Yeah.
You're going to be working from home doing podcast interviews. You're going to tell your story. You're going to talk about the event. You're going to talk about the Hard Rock, and you're literally going to get your word out because podcasting is the best long format ad unit you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to be on some more podcasts and just get clearer and more professional on them. I hope this was okay.
No, you were awesome. What are you talking about? This is great. Tell everyone one last thing, something inspirational that'll help them pursue their dreams in life. Just one thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Just go for it. I guess that's the biggest one. Doesn't matter who you are. I wasn't in capital markets. I wasn't a developer. I didn't have experience in any of these industries, and it made a really big difference. And I did it through what I loved and what I was passionate for. So figure out what you love to do. The Web3 industry is open to everybody, and we're here to build together. So, and definitely go to events. Best way to connect. If people are confused where to start and where to go, go check out an event. Talk to someone. It's the best way to start.
She's Tracy help me out, girl.
Tracy from
Leparulo.
Untraceable.
You've been in the space for a long time. You are a OG. You are the creator of pink-haired women in Bitcoin.
Totally,
Is it
absolutely.
pink? What is that? Is that pink or
It's
purple?
pink. It's with pink. Don't get it wrong.
Well,
Pink.
I got news for you. You wear it well. I might go that way if I ever get any of my hair
Love
back.
it. I'll pay for it.
I can't wait to see you on November 5th. I can't wait to see the Hard Rock. I can't wait to be in Florida. I think we're going to have 2 amazing days, great speakers, great content, and great connections. That's all people could ever look for in life.
Exciting. Thanks so much for having me today, and I can't wait to see you in Florida.
Peace out. Hold on one second.